welcome back to another reaction for Fan First. This is a reaction to Castlevania Season 2, Episode 5, and I did a little miscalculation this morning. I wasn't actually supposed to do any reactions at all, but I woke up thinking it was 6 a.m. I usually wake up, and looked at the clock, and it was 3 a.m. when I woke up. So I thought, you know what? I have a few hours to spare. Let me knock a few of these reactions out. Now I have to be a little bit quieter so that my neighbors don't complain. Last episode we had Godbrand die at the hands of Isaac. So I want to know, what the fallout of that whole thing is going to be this episode. Join me. Those are his ashes.
Really? How hard can it be to find Godbrand of all people? There has to be a limited number of things in this castle that he can drink, sleep under, or attempt to have sex with. He must be somewhere.
He's a lot of places right now. Bro, when are they fucking leaving this goddamn library? I'm so sick.
You know, for coming from an oral memory-based culture, you're very good with books.
It would have been a poor education if we hadn't been taught to read things to add to our memory stores. And if we don't get this done, then we're all failing. Aren't we?
We can't fail.
Yeah. Won't have a choice if you won't leave the library.
Wait. Get me that volume, back there. With the red spine.
What have you found?
I'm not sure. The ritual language it's written in has forked a couple of times over the years.
Interesting. I see threads of Chaldaic in it.
You're rather well read yourself.
I had entirely different books under my childhood bed. My father was a polymath, my mother was a doctor. And I grew up very fast.
What does that mean?
I'm being literal. I aged very quickly.
That may explain something.
What?
Perhaps you're just an angry teenager in an adult's body.
One less breath before you kill them all.
You can spend so long in a castle that you can forget how the sun feels. Don't you think?
I like the castle. The stone stays cool no matter where we are.
You like the cold?
When I'm cold, I can eat meat or throw a cloak on. I spent my whole life in hot places. You can't escape heat.
The cats need herding, Isaac.
That's a good way to get your eyes clawed out, Hector.
I mean it. Dracula gave us the task of creating a war plan. But between his generals and their fighting, and his own attitude...
And what attitude is that?
He doesn't care.
He cares very much. He wants all of the humans to die. He's quite clear on that.
That hasn't escaped me. My point is that he doesn't care how. I want you to agree to move on, Brayla. I know that, strictly speaking, we've never really been friends.
It seems counterproductive to cultivate human friends when we're engaged in the project of ending the human race.
Yeah.
But we are on the same side.
Is this where we kiss like Benedictine monks from different monasteries?
You would like that, wouldn't you?
I don't think I've ever heard you try to tell a joke before.
You still haven't.
We go to Brayla, prevent a diaspora by boat, and then proceed along the coast from there. What do you say?
Well, it will please Camilla, so I distrust it. But it would stop her from making mischief for the moment. And it would get the war room pointed in the same direction. I imagine it would even make Godbrand smile.
Dracula will have no choice but to agree to the request of both of his forge masters. Brilliant, Hector.
Presumptuous?
A quick, orderly, and merciful war.
Just as you wished, Hector.
Or does she have a
caused this
contingency
to
plan?
happen. Be proud.
Just in
I
case
admire your
he
resolve.
doesn't.
Soon the world will be silent.
God, yes.
And
Listening to Hector
he's gonna
made
be
me
around?
wish for a lifeless world, all on his own.
I find myself wishing you two were better friends.
As I said to him, making human friends seems a little pointless, given our current crusade.
True. But at the end, there will be only you and him.
oh,
Presumably.
So the generals are going to betray me.
No. If anyone actually approached the verge of that, they would be taken care of without you ever finding out about it, my lord.
oh,
It is simply in the air, because they are frustrated.
So, if I let them go to Brayla, they'll stop scheming and whining.
I think so. It will give Camilla some power, but that's not a bad thing.
There was a time that I would relish the details. There was a time.
bro, this man is
A
frustrating.
time when the
the hell out
smallest
of me.
details of death delighted me. I remember when the merchants of Kronstadt disrespected me. Spending a delicious few days gathering information about the town and drawing my plans. Of them had offended me. At the time, I saw no reason to harm anybody other than those 40. And I painted my picture accordingly.
Isaac, we were looking for you.
I was admiring the mirror.
My Lord Dracula.
My lord.
Yes, yes, we all know who we are. What do you all want?
We would ask you to consider moving the castle to Brayla to conduct a full-scale destructive attack on the port.
To what end?
To seal it and discourage escape by river to the sea. Then we turn inland, having landlocked the humans and turned their country into a prison.
I agree. They make a good case. It unites the court, it lets us move forward.
Slight fucking
Brayla, fine. Brayla it is. I no longer have the strength for these petty decisions. That's all that matters. They all have to die.
Thank you. A great victory awaits.
Yes, yes.
Just get the fuck out.
I'm tired. Tell me when you're ready for me to move the castle to Brayla. Get on with it.
What now?
Now I ensure my forces will be in place. Then we inform the War Council and convince them that this was their plan all along.
Some of them will wonder why this is where you're interested. After
And
you
why is
so
nobody
loudly brought up
asking
the
what
issue
God
of
brand
Belmont
is?
and Alucard.
And I have already had you forge me the means to deal with that issue. I am in control, Hector.
You are.
Yes. Do you know why I had to do it? Because I am surrounded by children and animals and dying old men. There are perhaps 4 other women in this castle, and they all glare from the edges, either disempowered by posturing man-children, or too paralyzed by sheer fucking rage to do anything.
And which am I? Child or animal?
Puppy. Somewhere between the two. Now you're implicated, so I don't need to. You're hip
Damn.
deep in this now, puppy, and the only way out is forward. Come along.
I fuck with her, bruh.
Oh, this is Trevor!
Jesus.
What?
I
Already.
have something.
When I say what, that doesn't mean I would like to ask even more questions.
Would you please? Oh, you're the most annoying. Just stop! So, some clever Belmont eventually formulated most of a locking spell. A method to catch the castle and lock it down to a single location so that it can be invaded.
Most of it.
I can finish the final clauses of it myself. It's all based on Adamical structures. See? God hates me.
Yo,
That's
as long as
not God.
you get to this place, I don't care what attacks you. Fucking tear it down as far as I'm concerned. Again. Alright, that was the episode. Thank you for joining me for this reaction episode to Castlevania. And look, man, this season, as far as I know, is 8 episodes long, and they've spent like 80% of the watch time thus far just talking and going through books and plotting, and pretty much it's just been very uneventful. Things are starting to, I mean, they're moving the castle to where these guys are now, and seems like they're being attacked from what I could see. So, you know, please, man, let's just get a little bit of action, because now it's just getting to a point where, you know, the talking and the non-action is just getting redundant. So expecting great things from the next episode. There's not much to say besides nobody brought up Godbrand. I thought that would be like a big thing this episode. And it doesn't seem like a lot of people would care, even if he was brought up anyway. So he was really just more of a scrub than I thought he was. If you guys like the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, leave a comment, and